So in today's video, we're going to be replacing the seat cover on my 2020 Can-Am Outlander 1000r. As you can see, there is cracks in this thing and rips and stuff like that. And so it looks like absolute crap. I mean, this thing has definitely seen some better days. It looks in really rough shape. The good news is we have a brand new seat cover, and I'm pretty excited because this thing looks killer. It is from Rox Speed FX. They were nice enough to send me this cover. They actually sent it out to me super quickly, which is pretty awesome because I know they're pretty backed up right now with the whole COVID situation and everybody trying to update their seats. You could only imagine. So huge shout out to the guys and gals over at Rox Speed FX. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all how to get the factory seat cover off, get the new seat cover on, and I'm super stoked because this thing is gonna look so much better than the factory one that's currently on there now. I don't know if you guys can see in the details, it has like this carbon fiber weave looking pattern, and then this material right here, this is like really grippy, which is pretty nice. So I'm really stoked about putting this one on. Now, for those of you all who have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do me a big favor and click that subscribe button right now. This way you can stay up to date with all of my content, all my build series, and any content that I put out in the future. Just want to say thank you to all of you who have shown me love and support over this past year. I really do appreciate you guys. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Okay, now that we got the seat off, there's a few things that you are going to need in order to complete this job. The first thing you are going to need is a staple remover. This is what is going to remove the staples. I will include a link in the description box below where you can get this on Amazon. The other thing you're going to need is a pneumatic staple gun. Now this is the US 58. Let me go ahead and get that in here for you. It is the US 58. This is from Porter Cable. I will also include a link in the description box below where you can pick one of these up. Now, you want to make sure, ideally, whenever you're doing any form of reupholstery, that you're using a 22 gauge pneumatic staple gun. With a 22 gauge pneumatic staple gun, you are going to need 22 gauge staples. I will also include in the description box below where you can purchase these from. It's also going to be from Amazon, and these are, as you can see, 22 gauge, and they are 3/8 10 millimeter, and there's 10,000 in this box. You'd be surprised how many you can go through in one shot. Now, these are galvanized, which is great, and these are specifically for upholstery. Now, with a pneumatic staple gun, you are going to need an air compressor. You want to make sure that your gauge is set to no more than 100 PSI, especially because that is exactly what you're going to need and the max amount on your pneumatic staple gun. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and remove these staples on this seat so we can get the new seat cover fitted. Now that we got the seat cover off, I have to show you the difference in material. It's crazy. So this is obviously the factory one. So it's like the stretchy, you know, kind of material. But it's crazy how like thin this material is and soft. And obviously you can see where rips coming through it. Look at this rip. This is insane. Look at these rips. It's wild because of the fact that my bike is a roughly 2 year, not even a full 2 years old bike. And this is the condition of the seat. I mean, this is bad, or I should not say seat, but the seat cover. Let me just show you something. So you see this thin difference, right? This thin material. Look at the one from Rox. Like the Rox Speed FX one is like super, super thick. I mean, this material is like hardcore. This is like nuts. And the quality on the threading, I mean, it just looks super solid. Look at this. Look at this material. This material looks like it was made from like Tyrannosaurus Rex skin. Anyways, enough of that. Let me show you the seat real quick. So now, one thing I will say that is really, really nice about Can-Am and their seats, this material that they're using here is like really soft and plush. I mean, it is really nice. It looks like some really good quality stuff. So this we're not gonna be changing. This is actually really good stuff. We just need to now get the Rox Speed FX seat cover onto this bad boy. And I'm gonna show you guys how I do that.
Before you try to get free, better listen to me, better listen to me.
Okay, so first you're gonna wanna do a dry test fit like I have here. And then now, once you more or less have an idea of where you're going to make your starting point, then you can get out your stapler and start putting down your staples. Now, I'm gonna be using these edges as my reference point. So I'm gonna squeeze these both edges really tight. I'm gonna squeeze this one all the way first. Then the other side, I'll pop staples in there, a few staples just to hold them into place. And then I'm gonna start working my way to the different corners of the pad. So as you can see, we got both the sides done. The sides are done nicely. I mean, they're pretty strapped down, at least to hold things into place until I can get everything exactly to the T where I want it to be. Now what I'm gonna do is, as you can see, there's some wrinkles here. I'm gonna straighten this out. So I'm gonna pull on each of these sides to straighten this out completely to reduce some of the wrinkles that you see in these pocketed areas. So we just finished doing the back half. As you can see, there's no more wrinkles in this area. We do have a few wrinkles here, which we're gonna finish up doing the front half of the seat. So just to show you, what you're doing here is you're pulling, and when you pull and you keep it obviously really, really tight, you get rid of the wrinkles, and that's how you remove them. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Wrinkles or creases, whatever you wanna call them, that's what we're gonna be doing. But so far, it's coming out really, really nice, if I don't say so myself. And to show you the bottom half, so the bottom half is also looking good. Obviously, we're gonna trim all of this excess material. The reason why Rox Speed FX gives you this much material is so you can use it for leverage, right? For pulling all of this over the creases. Now, some of these staples you are gonna have to go in and just fine tune and hammer them in a little bit with a small hammer and maybe a little bit of a punch to reach some of these angles. But you're gonna wanna just, you know, hammer them in a little bit just so they're completely flush like all the rest of the other staples. Okay, so I got it all stapled in now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna remove off all this extra material. You can use a pair of scissors or you can use a blade, and that's exactly what I'm gonna use. You could, like an X-Acto knife, etc., to trim off the edges, and that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now. Man, did this seat come out looking good. Really happy with it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about it. Look at how it changed the look of the bike. That's crazy. Just the seat, it actually changed the look of it. Man, that looks good. To be frank, I would actually do this even if my seat cover wasn't cracking as bad as it was. Look at this. Man, that looks good. Wow. Wow, that came out really nice. Rox Speed FX, y'all did a killer job with this seat cover. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good. I'm excited to go and get a ride in on it. I think it came out fantastic. Now, for those of you guys who don't know this, I am not a person who's a master of upholstery, but I was able to do this. So if you're at home and you're thinking, well, do I have the skills to do this? You probably do. Chances are you have more than enough skills to do this. It just takes a little bit of time and patience. All in all, from stripping the seat to putting it on, I mean, it probably took me about 35 minutes maybe to do the seat cover. And that's keeping in mind that I'm filming all this content and getting these different angles for y'all. So it really shouldn't take you guys that long to replace this if you are interested. But man, I think it came out really good. And now I have a lot more grip here. Also, when I ride somebody here, they'll have a lot more grip there. So yeah, it came out good and I like this accent. This accent looks really good, but it made the bike look really nice. I'm really happy with the way the bike's coming out. Look at this. Oh, that thing looks slick. Really, really, really fresh. Anyways, if y'all are interested in purchasing this seat cover from Rox Speed FX, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description box below. Or if you wanna hit them up, you can always let them know that Michael Bertini from YouTube sent you and they'll go ahead and take care of you. Anyways, that's all I have for y'all today. I hope you have thoroughly enjoyed this video. Remember, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button. Make sure to click that subscribe button right now. This way you can stay up to date on all of my build series content. Stay tuned for the next video on this thing. I'm really excited to show you guys what's up next. So stay tuned in. Remember, make sure you're putting good energy out there into the world and you're paying it forward. I'll check y'all out later. Bye now.